Alright, welcome back.
Back to the internet.
We've moved slightly because, I don't know, Derek wanted to grind or something.
I had to save.
You missed nothing important, though, that's for sure.
You missed existence being existence.
Yeah, existence being one of those things that exists. With the existence.
In this time of reality we call our own.
Yes, of course. Okay. So, I've been watching Naruto, as you tend to. Oh, hold on. I know this is immediately gonna be a cutscene. I'll wait on this shit.
I forgot how dead his eyes look. Sort of.
That's just 1950s art.
Yes.
Which one do I shoot?
Which is the real Pete?
Wow, Pete is a huge help. He literally hits him and throws himself back. He must be a professional wrestler.
Of course. Oh yeah.
Oh
This is
god.
bullshit.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
Dude, okay, everything about this reminds me of Toontown. Online. Specifically the MMO. Which I just
forgot
found
that
out.
was a game.
I started replaying it because Rerun exists. Which is like the fan server version of it.
Yeah.
And when I played it, I immediately realized, like, oh yeah, I remember why this is for kids. This is so easy.
Yeah.
Oh well, until you get to the later missions, quest, or whatever they call them in that game. Toon Tasks, that's what they call them.
Toon Tasks.
Of course, because it's stupid. But like, it gets to a certain point where all the quests are just like, defeat this battle tower, and it's like, well, I better go find fucking people who are willing to play this with me.
Yeah, that's the other thing with those games.
It's like, because this is just not feasible.
That's the other thing with those games. It's like a lot of them are like, hey, have you spent all your time and energy playing this game? No? Well, you better find people to play it with you.
Yeah, exactly. And it is, not very... I mean, that's how all old school MMOs were, man.
Yes,
All
trust
old
me,
school
I played
MMOs
them.
were like...
Dude, somebody was talking to me about RuneScape the other day, and I was just like, oh fuck, I forgot that's still a thing.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, you in the membership for it, and I went, oh right,
Yeah.
people paid for that
Most
shit.
people paid for that shit. I will never play RuneScape. I put that in my core fiber being when people told me about it. I was like, I will never play this.
And I was like, yeah, I think I had an account or two for that. And they were like, you probably have, and they probably have really old hats for it too. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, those fucking... Dude, RuneScape shit is worth a ton of money, especially the old shit you can't get anymore.
And they're like, you could probably sell that for like $2,000
Yeah.
in real life money. And I'm like, no thanks. I don't even want to think about that. Or requiring me to figure out the fucking logins for something
Dude.
I haven't touched in 20 years.
Dude, there's like, I think it's a cape. I think it's like a year one cape or something, or the
Yes.
anniversary cape or something.
Yeah, I know what
No,
you're
it was
talking
like the con cape? Something stupid. It was something fucking stupid.
Yes.
But it goes for like 10 grand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Because people are dumb.
People love their virtual shit.
Secret? What kind of secret? Oh, never mind. Sorry I put you guys through all that trouble.
You better be fucking sorry.
Or do.
My appreciation.
I don't judge.
I'll let you pilot my steamboat. Best little craft on the river. My deckhand Mickey's late anyways.
Dude, 1950s... I keep saying 1950s, but this is like 1920s, but 1920s fucking...
OG.
Yeah, Goofy, no, Donald fucking kills me.
Yeah.
Because it's so weirdly actual duck-looking.
Look, it's Mickey Mouse.
I was just chilling here.
I was just here the whole fucking time, Sora.
I'm getting a free ride because that's how capitalism works.
Careful, plate and whale. Guess we should head back.
No, it's even more distraught.
Donald.
As long as we're here, I can go do things that will destroy the timeline.
No! I want to be king!
And then Goofy murders everybody.
He could theoretically do this. He could become king.
I could become king. Do-do-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-ba-do-boo-boo-do.
It's, now that I've traveled back in time, I can change the timeline to be how I was. And fucking 2 months later, why does it never work? Because if you succeeded, you'd never build the time machine in the first place. Goddamn time travel!
Ah, dude, time travel stories are so convoluted for no reason.
Absolutely. I always forget the name of it. I think it's just called The Time Traveler or something, but it's still my favorite movie on time travel. Because literally the movie's lesson is just, if you did what you did, you never built the time machine in the first place to go do what you did.
Yep, if you saved your wife, then you wouldn't... If your wife lived, then there would have been no reason for you to make the time machine to go save your wife and fix the past.
You could argue that he could just make a note to himself, though. That's just like, hey, build the time machine anyways.
Yeah.
And this would make an endless loop.
Daisy is Donald's very special.
Or even better, he could go back in time and give himself the time machine, and thus creating a no origin story for the time machine itself to save his time travel loopholes or loopholey.
Yep.
I know it's an important mission, but you could at least check in every once in a while.
I have needs.
I have duck needs.
Donald?
Just me a minute. Going somewhere? I trust not. Donald!
Abusive relationships are funny.
Who's the abusive one in that one,
Exactly.
though? We're opening space time.
So, they did introduce Daisy Duck in the... Oh god, what the heck is it called? DuckTales? New animated one.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually made her a complete, actual okay, pretty cool character, as opposed to where she was just screaming in the last ones. Which is like, oh, they made an actual character instead of
That's just accurate.
angst. Yeah.
That is her character. Her character is angst.
Yes. Oh, dude. Virtual Fighter 5 showcase
Oh,
has been installed.
Sweet, I guess.
I thought it was a trophy that we just got.
I did too.
Well...
It's a fucking lie.
I just gotta go get these smokes first.
Dude, I didn't realize. Look at Chippendale's tails.
Please tell the king that
Oh yeah, the wagon.
You're the little waggling.
I will. See you soon.
Chippendale, rescuers, Chippendale to the rescue.
Oh, dude, we finally know what the heck this castle is called.
Yes, it was called Castle something. I was almost
Disney
paying
Castle.
attention.
Oh, dude, we got wisdom form too.
Oh, dude. Speaking of Disney and their fucking evil
Dude,
corporate
that's
greed,
What are you
did
talking
you,
about?
did you hear that Disneyland parks are now becoming pay to win?
What?
Disney World is now pay to win. You can literally pay more money to guarantee yourself onto a ride instead of waiting in line.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I
love it.
The corporate greed is amazing. And you wanna know what's the best part?
What?
They still charge you to enter the park.
Of course. How would they make money,
And it's
Chris?
like, and they're like $2.50 tickets.
How would they make money, Chris?
per person?
How would they make money, Chris?
And that's not even including hotel if you stay at hotel.
Not even including the park hotel, which is like fucking $2,000.
Oh, you have to pay for each park individually because there's 5 separate parks at Disney World.
Unless you want to pay for the premium pass, and it's like one park less that you have to pay for.
It's absolutely asinine. I don't even.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's pay to win.
I'm amazed it took them that long to introduce that though, because a lot of parks already had that, except they didn't have it per fucking ride. Jesus Christ, why would you do that? You just get fast pass for all the rides.
I actually love that.
I just I heard that and was just like, wow, I see we're just at the point where we no longer give a shit. We just want to fuck the customers as hard as possible. Like,
Whoa,
that's
man,
just the goal.
that's just how it is, and I don't know why you would think otherwise.
There's literally some people, like, still defending it online, and I'm just like, I guess you just like being poor. Like, that's just your
I
favorite
also like
thing.
being
Like,
poor.
It's just good for you, I guess. I just wanted to go back to, like, Disney World one more time, just to, like, go back and see it. And then, like, every year it goes up in price to the point where I'm just like, I don't think
can't
so,
even
man.
afford that.
Like, I don't fucking think so.
So, yeah, now I get it.
It's one of those things, it's like, could I afford it? Sure. But, like...
Would I afford it?
Yeah,
No.
no, it's like, I could go to Disney World for a week. Or I could buy every new game console and, like, 10 fucking games for each one for the same price.
So I've come to the
happen.
realization at this point in my life that there are things that I want to spend my money on, and then things I don't really care to spend my money on.
Right.
And it's choosing your battles almost,
Oh, yeah.
like type shit, where it's just like, yeah, I could do that, but I don't really wanna. So
pick your battle. The problems with being almost poor
yeah, pretty much.
is like, I can afford things, but should I afford things?
Yeah. Shit, I want to just win the lottery, but that's never gonna happen.
Especially because you don't play.
Exactly. Because I know it's a losing battle, so why would I even waste my money on that?
I agree. I'm not a huge fan of gambling.
The problem is, Chris, if we go to a casino, we'd be really good at it. But I know we shouldn't go to a casino.
We'd also get kicked out in probably like an hour.
Why? Because we know how to count cards? 'Cause
No,
it's so
Derek.
hard?
We don't know how to count cards.
Oh, you're right, we don't.
That's stupid. Like, come on.
Yeah, but
That's like arguably illegal. Like, we don't know how
not
to
actually.
do that.
They just don't like it because it loses them money.
Okay, let's put it this way: it's not illegal, but they'll break your kneecaps. So
Yeah, pretty
it
much.
may as well be illegal.
Yeah, pretty much.
You don't even need.
Sora!
You don't even need to count cards to be good. You just need to know the like core basic rules for like
The games.
not so much the games, but for blackjack specifically. Blackjack's like the only card game that's more skill than luck,
Yeah.
and by that I mean like gradually more skill than luck. It's still total fucking luck bullshit.
Just remember, Chris, go and bet everything on black.
Yeah,
Roulette.
that is the best. That's my system. I walk in, I slam, $20 down on red, and if I win, then it's gonna be a good time at the casino. And if I lose, I'm gonna have a bad time at that casino.
So you leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's how you do it.
That's how it works.
That is how you do it.
I'm just a reasonable person. I stroll in, I slam $10,000 onto a roulette table, I say put it all on black, it lands black, I leave with $20,000.
Oh,
I
yeah.
go home. I go home.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I double my money, I go home.
Sounds like a plan to me. I don't know what your problem is.
Dude, roulette is like the absolute and most like holy shit game for winning money, but also the absolute least likely to win.
So what I love about roulette is actually, I think, most card games, it's more rigged in their favor than it is in yours.
Yeah.
But what I love about roulette is
It's rigged in their favor.
it's
too.
rigged in their favor, but it's rigged more in their favor, I think,
Yes.
because it's not even a 50-50, it's like a...
Well, it can be. It
75.
depends on what you bet on. It's a 50-50 depending on what you bet on. Like, red and black is a 50-50. Well, no. It's actually like a 45. Yeah, it's like 45-45 and then 10. Or 5. Wait, how does math work? Yeah, 10. Because of the two greens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the two greens really actually fuck everything up there.
Yeah, so
And
it's
people
not
are
actually
like,
a
what?
50-50.
That doesn't make sense. I'm like, it does.
It just feels like 50-50. No, what's crazy is if you just, like, slam it all on, like, 2, and then 2 gets pulled because that's 10 times your money. That's 100
You
times
made a
your
lot of money there.
It's literally 100 times whatever you bet. Which is, like...
It's good, but
if you
it
win.
never really happens.
It's good if you win.
It never really happens, that's the thing.
It is one of those things, though, that you slam down $100 and you could be leaving with 1,000, like, a single spin. If you do go to a roulette table, though, find one that doesn't have the motor spin it. Find one that has the person spin it.
Yeah.
Because the ones that have the motor spin it, they can program that motor to stop and slow down exactly where they want that ball to
Yeah.
stop. And totally fuck everyone at the table. It's almost like it's rigged.
Almost like it is rigged. I don't know what you're talking about, Chris. Why would they rig a game like that?
I wouldn't know anything about it. I didn't apply to work. Or, I didn't apply to work with gambling machines and know how they innerly function.
And
I have no idea how they work.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like we know the math for that shit.
It's not like I was one of the people behind developing one of them. That's a joke, I actually wasn't, but...
But it's not like you can look up the math and how those things work.
I know, you can literally look it up online. Like, just right now, in fact, you can just leave this open, let it play in the background, but go look up how they work.
Yeah, they're not really hard to know.
The cool ones are the old ones, because they used to do it physically.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, link chains and gears and shit. And
Yeah, they're
That's some
pretty
cool
cool if
shit.
you ask me.
that's some cool shit. They'd literally, like, count as you put quarters in, and would, like, change a rotating gear, which would take up another gear, which would then keep count of the money in the machine to then pay out after it hit certain thresholds.
Hashtag 420 Blade.
Fucking shit was crazy in the
Cray
day.
cray, and the name, as they say, it
I
was
love
cray
it.
cray.
I absolutely love it. Oh, I got sidetracked on this, actually.
Yeah, you're gonna tell a story, I think.
I was gonna bring up Naruto, because I've been watching Naruto.
Yes.
And, like... so I've come to the conclusion that just, like, everything in Naruto is just Danzo's fault.
Danzo is the... I forget who it is.
He was the dude who essentially runs the fucking FBI
Yes,
in the Naruto
yes.
universe.
It is actually all Danzo's fault.
Yeah, everything is just Danzo's fault. And I mean literally fucking everything that happens
I
in
can even
Naruto.
confirm that one because I know that for a fact.
It kind of is at the point where I'm like, oh, we get it, he's the real bad guy, like, I don't care anymore.
He is the bad guy, we get it.
Can we put the blame on literally anyone else for like 20 seconds? I will take 20 seconds. But like literally everything he does is like Danzo. Like fucking Orochimaru was allowed to do all his experiments because Danzo let him.
Yep.
And then like what was Orochimaru's side guy who
I know who
became
you're
like a
talking
snake
about.
man?
I forget his
Kabuto?
name
Was-
too, but
was it-
I hate him.
I think it was Kabuto or something. But like he's literally works with Orochimaru because Danzo
Danzo
fucked
told
him.
him to.
Yeah, literally Danzo fucked him.
It's pretty funny, and
And
by
then
funny
he-
I mean dumb.
And then his hatred of the world is because he killed his orphanage mother, which was 100% set up by
Danzo.
Danzo. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, we get it. Like,
Come on,
he's
Danzo.
evil. Oh my god.
Evil.
Like, it's literally at the point where, like, I get it, he's evil, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's his face can use wood style because Danzo let there be a wood style user.
Yep.
Orochi fucking
Danzo is his fault.
Madara is grew to power because Danzo is just exists at this point.
I just love how it's all Danzo's fault.
Like literally everything is just Danzo's fault. To the point where I'm like, alright, we get it, Jesus Christ.
Get it, Danzo is a fault.
He's an asshole. I knew this before we had his backstory. Like I'm well aware.
God, he's not even really a good written character. He's just kind of dumb.
Also, we're like, they took us away from the final boss because Naruto is literally in the middle of fighting Madara and fucking Tobi.
Yeah, and they have to
And
introduce
they-
this guy
and
to tell
they
you why
literally-
everything's
and
bad.
they literally cut away from it to just be like, did we tell you that Danzo's evil? And I'm like, yes! Yes,
Many
you did!
times.
But this is like the 17th time at this point. I'm aware.
Oh, it's too fucking
Like,
true. That's
literally,
the best part.
dude, I swear to God, the anime, like, they got to the final fight, and they were just like, shit, we still have a lot of loose ends to tie up. When did we tie, like, when we're at the
What should we
final
do?
boss, and they're just like, let's just tie them all up right now.
Yeah, let's just tell everybody Danzo is at fault.
Like, let's just tell everyone that Danzo's at fault, and then, like, people were curious about what Kakashi was like as an Anbu, so, like, let's have a whole arc of him as an Anbu for no fucking reason right at the end of the fucking anime.
Yeah, I never got that.
What kills me is they start with him as a kid, and they go through his, like, whole life story, and I'm like, listen,
We get it.
listen, people wanted to know what his Anbu days were like. I'll give you that. People were definitely interested in knowing that. No one fucking gave a shit about his life story. No one gave a shit about what Kakashi was like in the academy. No one fucking cared. People cared when he put on the mask. People only cared when I put on the mask, Naruto.
Okay, Ben.
Like, the minute, like, any time before that, no one fucking gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, no one gives a shit what his relationship with Guy Sensei was as children. No one fucking cared. People wanted to see who he murdered as a fucking envoy. What secret missions he used to assassinate world leaders. That's what people wanted to know.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know what? You did that before we got to the fight.
Yeah. I
People-
just love it. It's so dumb.
Like, people, like, literally the whole backstory was to set up why Toby... Literally the whole backstory literally exists just solely to give an excuse for why Toby exists.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, like, nothing else. They're just like, this is why Toby exists. And it's like, but it doesn't make sense why he would hate them. And it's like, well, you see, Kakashi also killed the girl who Toby told him not to kill, and he got all upset and shit. And they're like...
He had teenage angst.
Oh, yeah, literally. And they're like, okay. It's like, but why did Kakashi kill him? And it's like, shh, the secret, we'll tell you later. And it's like, why are we telling me this at all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally, you could have told me Toby is evil because he just hates the world, and I would have been like, good enough. Wrap this shit up, please.
Print it, we're done.
It's like
Print it,
literally.
we're done.
Could you imagine if fucking what's his face? The main baddie from fucking Bleach. What was his name? Aizen.
Yes.
Could you imagine if Aizen strolled in and he was like, well, actually, I'm the bad guy because this other captain killed my almost girlfriend this one time, and now I hate humanity. Like, no one fucking cares.
I can picture
Like,
it. It wouldn't be a good story,
like, he's
but it would be a
just an-
story.
Like, he's just an asshole, and he wants to ruin the world because he thinks that he knows what's best. Good enough for me.
Pretty much. Oh, dude, it's fucking great.
People criticize Bleach's writing, and I understand it's as basic bitch as it gets, but, like, how much do you really need for this shit? It's... Like, I don't need a deep backstory about how Aizen's fucking sandcastle was kicked over on the beach and now he hates humanity.
What I
Like-
what I love about that shit is people always criticize the writing in shonen anime.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's fucking shonen anime.
Yeah, like, you don't need a lot going
It's
on.
fucking shonen anime, guys.
No,
You
the-
do realize that the premise of shonen anime is battle.
No, the thing is, like, it's way worse when they try and make it, like, a deep background story, and it just makes it, like, more confusing. Those are the worst. Where you get to the point and you're just like, listen, I understand, but also your plan makes no fucking sense. Food Wars is like that. The main, without going too much into Food Wars, like,
Food Wars is great.
the main baddie who's, like, one of the main baddies, who's, like, the father of Erina, essentially comes in, and you find out that he did it all because of the main character's dad got screwed or something. But then you're like, but what he's doing is the complete opposite of what the guy he wanted to help wants.
Oh,
like, so
dude,
it makes no sense why you would do
fucking
this at
great.
all. It just literally doesn't make any fucking sense. That anime is so fucking aw- I still...
It's food porn, Chris.
Dude, no,
it meant
like-
what it is.
No, like, it's not even that it's food porn. That's, honestly, the food is the least interesting part of that show. It is the level of hype that they are able to build on a show that literally has nothing to do. No, how do I want to phrase this? It's the fact that a show about cooking can be so absolutely fucking hype. It's literally like watching DBZ fights.
Yeah.
But it's fucking cooking, and it's insane.
I do love that. That's why it's so dumb, but I love it.
Like, everything is just hype as shit. Like, never did you think that they'd just be like, you know, in Dragon Ball Z, they, like, turn the battle around by unlocking a new power within them, and you're like, oh shit, and the music kicks in and everything gets all hype and shit. It's the same thing, except they pull out an extra ingredient they were hiding for the last minute on, like, the fucking countertop, and you're like, yo!
That's why Food Wars is great.
It's amazing. I never thought a show that had such a stupid fucking premise would be so amazing.
Yeah. I love that you actually, like, non-ironically actually enjoy Food
Oh
Wars.
my, I absolutely love
because,
it. It's
because when I was
amazing.
reading the manga for it, I was like, this is so silly and so dumb, but I love it.
It's fantastic. I highly recommend it because it's just absolutely batshit. But yeah, I'm on like I think like the 4th season right now too, and we're just in peak hype because now it's the fucking it's the Rebel Alliance essentially fighting the fucking Star Empire, Star Wars style at this point, and it's so good.
So dumb, but I love it. Oh, it's so dumb.
Alright. Well, I think we'll call it here, though. As soon as all the numbers flash on screen so we can see that Derek got a D rank.
Got a D rank for Derek.
for damn, dude, that was some impressive flying.
You know, that impressive flying.
Alright, man, we'll call it here. We'll see you guys in the next part. See you then. Peace.